significance in our lives. Bless everyone who are present here today, that each one of us may be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our PCKHS Parents Teachers Orientation for the school year 2022-2023. To give us a heartwarming and encouraging remarks, as well with the report on DepEd School Safety Assessment Tool, and together also with the Senior High School Department, please welcome us, our dear school principal, Dr. Steve Christopher S. Wong.
Okay, thank you, Sir JV. So good morning, 早安，大家早安。So first of all, welcome back to Philippine Chenkong High School. So after 2 long years, di ba? We're just having this purely online class because of the pandemic. And then for me, I'm so positive about the situation. I believe that the pandemic will soon become endemic. So matatapos na tong pandemic na to. So that's why by the DepEd order, so they're allowing us na mga estudyante na who's willing to go back to school to have this physical class. They are allowed the students to go to physical class whether you're vaccinated or not. I'm referring to the students only. Okay, so kasi nga, an online class, of course, there's some advantage. May mga disadvantage din. So, lots of people, lots of parents are requesting that there's children na mag-physical class. But of course, some parents are still insisting na sana online class. So we'll respect that also. But I can assure you that either online class man or this physical class, now we're having this hybrid teaching, okay, na your children will having this hybrid learning, I can guarantee na may quality pa rin ang edukasyon natin. And of course, yung mga gustong pumasok sa school, having this physical class, I can assure the safety, okay, of your students. Kaya thank you very much, dear students, okay, for still trusting the school trust in the school na you sending your children na to our school to continue their education. Okay? Basta as long na we have this collaboration with parents in school, ang huling magbe-benefit definitely is our students and your children. So before para isang report na lang. So I will report about the SSAT, the DepEd SSAT. What is SSAT? It's the school safety assessment tools report. So bago mag-open ng hybrid class ng isang school or physical class, kailangang dumaan sa masuring investigation ng school by DepEd, DOH, and IATF. So nag-submit na tayo everything. Formality na lang, the DepEd will come to school para mag-overview lang pag meron na tayong permit to operate this hybrid class. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. Okay, ito yung share screen ko. So I will give you some school updates. Okay. Okay. So number one is pag kayo sa school, so pag pumasok na kayo sa school, definitely makikita mo na mayroon na tayong school safety seal. Okay? So mayroon na tayong school safety seal from the LGU for the San Juan government. Okay, so ito. So the safety seal, even though pag pumunta ka sa mga establishment ng other establishment, makikita mo lahat sila mayroon na tong safety seal. So ang safety seal means the city government has parang inspected the school. And then, naniniwala sila, safe na ang school. It's safe to let your children to come to our school to have their education. So, ito yun. And of course, all our school personnel are fully vaccinated. May mga nag-second booster na. I can assure you, halos lahat ng first booster na. Okay? And now, naghihintay na lang mag-second booster. So, ang school, mga personnel, pag hindi silang, they still have they not have their vaccination, hindi sila pwedeng pumasok sa school. Kasi nga, we want to guarantee the safety of your children. Okay. Then, may mga pagbabago lang sa pagpasok sa school. So, things to do before you entering the school. So, may mga steps you have to do. Number one, pag pumasok sa school, you should have your body temperature. I-check namin. Of course, pag normal yun is below 37.5, you're allowed to go inside the school campus. Then, after body temperature, we're requiring you to wash your hand. Okay, so nagpagawa na tayo ng isang ng sink sa labas ng school, di ba? Para, actually, before entering the campus, so you have to wash your hand. And then, meron tayo isang disinfect machine here, kasi gumawa tayo isang harang, and then before kayo pumasok, dadaan mo na kayo dito sa disinfect. So, surely na safe kayo na sa loob ng school. Okay. Then, next one is, of course, we are requiring all the students to wear face masks. School, pagpasok na sa school, we provide you face shield. Meron kayong free na face shield from school. So, kailangan pa ng face shield. Okay. So, ang tawag nito, it's one protection enduring sa mga nag-physical class sa loob ng school kasi we have this recitation, participation. The students just nasa pwesto lang nila. If the teacher asks questions, sometimes pag naka-face mask tayo, diba, medyo we cannot hear the answer by students. So, kailangan may face shield. Sabi, tatanggalin mo na rin ng temporarily ang face mask para magsalita. Okay? Ibababa lang, not totally natanggalin. So, dapat naka-face shield din. So, school will provide every student one face shield. So, definitely, you have to wear your face mask all the time inside the campus while you're inside the campus. Then next, we have this signage. Okay, we have this signage. Pag nakita tong yellow, okay, this yellow sign, that means para one way lang yan, papasok ng school. And pag nakita tong blue na signage, that means you follow this signage, yun ang palabas ng school. Okay, ito papasok ng school, this yellow signage, and this blue signage is papalabas ng school. So we have to follow the signage. Okay, para safety tayo, para safe tayo. So we will try our best na hindi magsasalubong ang mga students habang nakapila sa loob ng school. Okay, of course, this is the classroom layout. So this is a hybrid layout. Okay, so inaayos pa natin ngayon. So bago mag-July 19, maaayos nila kasi we're just testing the internet connection right now. Okay? Kasi lahat ng second floor, lahat ng bata mag-aaral sa second floor lang sila, walang third floor, walang fourth floor. Okay? So we can closely monitor all the students. And then of course, yung mga upuan nila, we have this observe social distancing policy para maging safe. And gitna na to, there will be a computer. The computer, there's a camera facing the whiteboard. Okay, of course, inaayos namin yung audio nito. So the teacher will just stand in front of the camera magtuturo. For those na gusto mag-online lang, synchronous class pa rin sila. So habang nagkaklase ang nasa loob ng school, ng physical class, at the same time, mga online class students will attend the class at the same time with those students na attending the class inside the school. So yan na tinatawag ng hybrid, the combination of online and physical class. Okay, so by that time, walang aircon, but we can assure fully ventilated tong classroom na to. Magdadagdag din tayo ng electric fan para sure na yon. Okay, habang hindi pa din i-declare mag-endemic, so ang school will insist the policy na dapat ventilated. Ngayon, pag safe na, tsaka natin ibubukas ang aircon. Okay, so next is, we have this waiting area. So ito yung waiting area is, pag naghatid kayo na bata, papasok ng school, tapos ngayon, of course, sometimes may mga yaya, may mga guardian, they will just stay inside the school. Kasi nga, ang ano natin is, maximum of 5 hours ng klase. So that means half day lang. So grade 1, kinder, preschool to high school, to senior high school, we try our best na to observe half-day class lang. Kasi the DepEd is highly encouraged sa school to let the students na mag-half-day class muna. Okay? So maximum of 5 hours lang sa loob ng school to ensure the safety. So that's why we have this waiting area. So for those familiar with school, itong malit na area na to, tsaka sa labas, may mga space. So you can stay there. And then, may nagtatanong, o paano yan pag we badly needs to go to the CR? Good news is, sa likod nito, we have a new construct na comfort room. Okay? And this comfort room, itong area na to, of course, pagpasok nyo, mga guardian, so hihingan namin kayo ng vaccination ID to check kung talagang fully vaccinated na kayo. And then this area will be, will be disinfect yan. After, example, from this area, pag umalis na kayo lahat na parent and mga guardian, i-disinfect na namin kagad to immediately. So ito yung waiting area pag pumasok kayo, pag nagpapasok kayo ng bata, na pumasok na sa campus, kung gusto nyo hintayin, okay, dito muna. Ngayon, this is another waiting area. So nagpagawa kami ng isang tent dito, okay, for those na maghihintay naman sa dismissal ng bata. So there's one tent here. Okay, of course mayroon pa tayo ibang area, i-expand natin pag sobrang daming parent na naghihintay sa mga bata sa pag-dismiss nila. So this is one area din. Okay, so why we have these two waiting area? Kasi nga, our drop-off point ay sa East Santos Gate. Dito lang kayo papasok ng school. Pero kung dismissal time, sa P Parada Gate nyo susunduin ang mga bata nyo. So this is magiging entrance, this is magiging exit. East Santos Gate will be the entrance gate and P Parada Gate will be the exit gate. Okay, so according to DepEd rule din and IATF rule is sana isang gate for entrance, isang gate for exit. So the Philippine Cheng Kwan High Schools, meron ng tayong dalawang gate. Okay, so kaya ginawa namin, mas safe dito mag-entrance, tas dito sa exit, sa piparada na para pag sunod ng bata, uwi na kayo kaagad. So we highly encourage yung mga bata na after class, uwi kaagad. Okay, so may mga nagtatanong, paano yan pag I have one afternoon class na bata and I have another morning class na bata. So it's parang They will send their kid to the school. Okay, they will send their kid to the school, and then alangan nila susunduin, tapos babalik ulit. So, sa taas ng gas ba? So, the school, naisip din yan. So, ngayon, nag-survey lang kami kung ilan yung mga parent na may anak na mag-aaral ng meron isa sa morning class, meron isa sa afternoon class. So, if may mga ganitong difficulty, after our survey, gagawa kami ng isang daycare area. So, what do you mean by daycare area? When you say daycare area, yung bata, after their class or before na yung class, naghihintay pa lang na afternoon class or after the morning class, hinihintay pa lang yung sundo, hinihintay pa yung kuya o ate na nag-aaral ng afternoon class. So, they will stay in the daycare center, a daycare area, not center, a daycare area, and then we will provide kung gusto niya mag-self-study o gusto niya magpa-tutor, one-on-one tutor with the teachers kung sino available, or probably we will having some art class or anong class for them. Okay, so pinaplano pa lang namin to. Okay, basta definitely hindi pwede roaming around inside the campus kasi nga so para for the safety of the children na rin yun. Okay, so we have this isolation area. We have this isolation area. What is isolation area? This isolation area is pag ang bata, example, nasa loob, bago pumasok sa schools, di ba meron tayo ditong body temperature. Pagpasok nila ng campus, meron na itong body temperature. Nasa loob na kayo ng campus. Actually, this is outer part ng campus, di ba? So pag body temperature pa lang ng 37.5 degree, okay, na more than 37.5 degree, so ay ina-encourage namin na huwag muna kayo pumasok, you stay muna sa isolation area. So this is isolation area, and then we will contact the parent or bago makakapasok sa campus. Okay, biglang tumaas yung lagnat. Or while inside the campus, they will stay inside the clinic. There will be another isolation area din sa loob ng clinic. Okay, so meron din isang kwarto para sa kanya. And then anong gagawin ng school pag na-isolation area? The school will call up the barangay for the health center na tulungan kung ano dapat gawin. Kasi that is the rule. Tatawagan muna yung barangay, then next tatawagan ng parent, tapos i-check, i-monitor if symptoms mo to ng COVID or not. Okay. So we here highly encourage the parent na huwag papasukin ang bata pag may konting sipon, pag may konting ubo, okay, or medyo not feeling well lang, wag na papasukin. Okay, kasi hindi natin alam kung COVID yan o hindi. Of course, alam ko wala na yan kasi iba na yung Omicron ngayon. But definitely, pag may konting ubo, may konting sipon, medyo mahina na rin ang immune system kahit na hindi siya COVID, but definitely baka makahawa din siya along the way. Okay, so ito yung mga safety protocol na ginawa ng school for this coming school year. Okay? So next, ano yung teaching modality ng school? So we're having these two teaching modality is tinatawag na purely online class. So that means study from home na kayo. Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, meron kayong online class lang. Hindi kayo papasok sa school. And then, another one, pag nag-enroll kayo, you have to choose, you want to have this hybrid class or not. Pag hybrid ang pinili niyo, that means that is online plus physical. That means may 2 days or 3 days sa school kayo o 2 to 3 days sa bahay kayo mag-aaral. This is a mix. Okay? Maliban sa physical class na may online na bata nag-aaral din na synchronously, meron din mga ilang araw na ang bata hindi napapasok sa school. They have this purely online class din. Okay, so ano yung mga schedule? Later on, si Ma'am Tobia, si Ma'am Rene will talk about yung mga schedule nila. So, ang pasukan natin is July 19, pero ang senior high school will be on August 3 pa. Okay, so we're fixing something, mga schedule nila, kasi there's so many subjects sa senior high school, so inaayos pa natin. Okay, so sa Chinese department naman, of course, there's no much changes in Chinese department. Maliban may some teachers lang ay they resigned from the school. Okay, so we have some new teachers din. But still, we are using these Chinese books, di ba? Let's learn Chinese. But may mga pagbabago lang sa Chinese department is we continue having this collaboration with schools in China and schools in Taiwan. So ito muna, itong Taiwan na to, monthly, so pag pasukan na, okay, so pagdating ng August, starting August, every 2 months, we will have a collaboration with these Xiaoyi elementary schools. So this, of course, this is for our elementary students. So we have these 2 sessions with them na last school year, and then okay naman yung kinalabas, yung result ng tinatawag na yung interaction nila. They're sharing some experiences, they sharing some yung language. Of course, we use Chinese and they mostly use English. So in order for them to learn English from us, and we learn Chinese from this elementary school. Okay, then last time, ano kung pinakalas na nag-share sila, what are the famous foods, street foods in Taiwan, and what are the famous street foods here in Philippines? Well, nag-share lang sila. Of course, the interaction is medyo nagkakahiyaan pa sila, but it's getting better. So next school, so this coming school year, itutuloy natin itong project na to. And then this Huaqiao University, okay, this Huaqiao University is, ang maganda nito, they will be the one to handle the senior high school Chinese. Okay? Medyo mahaba-haba ang time ng Chinese this year sa senior high school kasi actually is ang napag-usapan na namin is they will handle grade 11, grade 12 na Chinese, and then even though kahit zero base ang nag-aaral sa senior high school natin, they can assure our students after 2 years of studying in our schools and under the partnership with this Huaqiao University, so itong mga bata natin, they will reach a highest level of Chinese proficiency. Okay, gina-guarantee niya sa atin. So, and then for those having na mataas ang grades dito sa Huaqiao University sa Chinese class, so after grade 12, they will offer a full scholarship of our students to study in their university in China for free. Okay? Maraming courses ino-offer. May education, may IT, may business. Okay? So, maraming tanong, and then I have asked them din, sabi ko, paano yan? Even though na umabot kami ng highest level of Chinese proficiency within these 2 years, medyo mahirapan ng bata pag nag-aaral na sila. No, they will give us a English-based na course. Ibig sabihin nun, ang medium instruction will be English, pero may halong Chinese din. So in order for our kid na naintindihan nila ang mga tinuturo diyan sa university na yan, and then they can practice another language na maging fluent in Mandarin. So ito yung magandang offer na to from this university, and take note, only 2 schools is chosen na binigyan ganitong privilege. One is Philippine Chenkong High School and another one is one Chinese school in Iloilo City. So tayo ang pioneer school. Why? Bakit tayo? Sa kayo na alam nila na medyo our population is not that high. Okay, but according to their observation, sabi nila is, alam nila, I'm not saying na we have this na magaling so super galing tayo, but alam niya, nag-i-improve tayo every year, and then we continuously provide quality education. So kaya tayo napili, may potential tayo. So these are the reports of the schools, the changes in schools in next school year, and then kung ano mga konting pagbabago from this Chinese department. Now I will share slides naman, a PowerPoint ng senior high school. So wait, so share ko muna. So ito yung video, ito yung PowerPoint na ginawa ng senior high school. Okay, so papakita ko lang sa inyo. So just there's wala naman masyadong nag-change sa curriculum. Of course, again, it's ang nagbago lang is nag-improve ang senior high school natin to provide quality education lang. So for those new in our senior department, okay, so this video is for you, and for those na may mga bata na sa senior high school namin, okay, you can review this video again. Okay. So, of course, with the senior high school, so that is K-12, ito yung bago na in-implement ng government. Okay, so may mga bali-balita daw, baka tanggalin na ni VP Sara Duterte. So, I don't think so. So, let's wait and see na lang. Okay. So, this is a PCKHS senior department. So, nag-start tayo ng 2016. 2015, in-approve tayo. So, 2016, so nag-start tayo ng senior high school. So, medyo bata-bata pa tong senior high school department natin. Okay. So, what are the strands na ino-offer natin? So, we have the Humanities and Social Science strand. Okay. So, let's just make this quick. So, ABM, Accountancy, Business and Management strand. Okay, so next is STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics strand STEM. Okay. Of course, pag nag-aaral kayo dito sa school namin, so when it comes to future employment, the mini-level skills development, entrepreneurship, and higher educations, usually wala na tayong mga problema sa mga bata natin. Okay? Lalo na when it comes to entrepreneurship. Okay? Dahil sa ABM natin, we highly na minomotivate natin mga bata na to train themselves na maging sariling boss instead na magtatrabaho for other people. So actually, before pandemic, may nakausap na akong a certain university in Bangkok na there are very parang famous in their entrepreneurship. Actually, may partnership na tayo with them, University of Bangkok, because of this pandemic. Kaya hindi natin na-push through to. So, within this year, ayusin ko ulit ang collaboration natin with University of Bangkok. Probably we can send our senior high school students, particularly yung mga ABM students, para to learn the skills din kung paano maging isang successful entrepreneur. Okay, ito yung mga subjects na ino-offer ng senior high school. So, meron tayong 15 core subjects, 7 in-track subjects. Of course, meron tayong 8 na applied subjects and 9 specialized subjects. Okay. Ito yung mga schedule natin. Okay, so actually it's medyo mababa. Kasi we have a lot of subjects. Kaya umabot tayo ng 1:30. Pero definitely, hindi siya katulad dati na umabot ng alas 4. Ito yung mga schedule. Ito yung mga grades. Component ng grades. Okay. So always online learning, ethics, di ba? It's magiging online and physical class learning ethics. Ang tawag nun, give much importance sa mga bata yung pagiging behavior nila. So ito yung may pagka-GMRC natin dati, good manners and right conduct. Okay. So ito yung mga grades will be in letter system or numeric discussion card will be at the end of every semester. Kasi per semester, iba-iba kasi mga subjects. Okay. So ito yung ito yung equivalent. And then ito yung mga achievement, yung mga distinction ng mga bata. Okay. So ito yun, some pictures, mga lumang pictures mga bata natin. Nagka-college na ngayon. Okay. So, minsan bumabalik sila sa school and they give thanks to our schools na parang hindi lang sila nahihirapan na daw sa college kasi they learn a lot from our senior high school department. Ito yung mga teachers natin sa senior high school. Okay, ito yung mga bata na nag-aaral. Okay. So these are some clips, mga pictures, di ba? For senior high school natin, we're approaching to more research. Magiging research-based na tayo kasi yan ang required ngayon sa ating present society na dapat magaling tayo mag-research. Particularly sa mga college, more on sa research na. So ngayon, where we will have a research room now for the senior high school. So they can have their research, mga printed research sila, ilalagay natin sa isang room, it's sa tabi ng library natin. So pag ang bata, if they want some references or gusto nilang tingnan yung mga research ng mga nakagraduate na school natin, so they have some references. Okay, so ini-improve natin ang kanilang research skills. Okay, of course, we have ang senior high school din natin, we have this activity din with other schools din. So may isang time we have activity with Brunei about Earth Day. So this year, magkakaroon din ulit ng Earth Day na activity ang Brunei. So invited tayo. Pero even though the Earth Day tapos na, but meron silang parang another activity na parang Earth Day din, still invited tayo. Kasi during the time when we joined their activity, na-impress ito sa student natin. Magaling daw tayo. Okay, so there's some pictures. Ma-activity natin before. Okay. So even though dati the former mayor na si Gia Gomez, nag-attend din sa mga activity na school natin. So makikita how much we give importance to the activity of the school. So they give the recognition din na maganda yung mga activity natin. Okay, these are nag-Taiwan ang mga bata natin. Okay, for 2 years cultural immersion. Okay, they learn Chinese from Taiwan 2 years. Okay, and then with a minimal cost lang. Super mura lang ang binayad nila. Tapos including na yun, the ticket, 2 weeks na boarding, lodging, and meals nila. Okay, so ito yung mga activity. Okay, ito yun, Okay, minsan nga may nagdo-donate sa schools for the improvement of facilities ng schools or activities because at saka scholarship, I think this is from Metrobank, nagbigay ng scholarship para sa school natin. Okay, for those bata na medyo may financially constrained. Okay, so ito yung mga okay, so thank you very much. So hanggang dito ng sharing ko. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Steve Wong, for a encouraging and heartwarming message. So I hope everyone will see our senior high school department, the newly and improved senior high school department. Next, let's proceed to the department report of our preschool department to be headed by Mrs. Remedios de la Cruz, the head of the preschool department.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
good morning,
ma'am.
everyone. I'm Ma'am Remy, the head of the preschool department. I'm happy to announce that we are now offering another learning option, which is the hybrid setup for this school year 2022-2023. This is a welcome respite from the 2 years of online learning that we are all forced to adopt because of the pandemic. This hybrid setup makes learning more interesting and real to our children because it allows our actual human interaction with their classmates and teachers. Furthermore, it prepares them for the anticipated 100% face-to-face, which will inevitably be happening anytime soon. Let us all pray that through God's grace, there will be no more turning back, but instead we will be moving forward in terms of our education. And now I shall be talking about important matters such as our curriculum, grading system, and policies in our school. For the curriculum for nursery, it will be reading and phonics, language, math, physical exercise, penmanship, art, music, and Chinese A. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Sir JV.
Okay na, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's already...
Next slide. Okay,
ma'am,
next
it's already for kinder, ma'am.
Next slide. Okay, and then the curriculum for kinder and preparatory are the same. Reading and phonics, language, math, Filipino, PE, penmanship, art, music, and Chinese A. Okay. Same for preparatory. Now for the grading system, it will now be online and face-to-face learning ethics, 30% for all subjects. Performance tasks will be 40%. Written tasks will be 30%. What is this written task? They will be all our mini assessment, major assessment, and also our worksheets. For our minor subjects, it will be 100% performance tasks in all subjects divided by 4. Next slide, please. Now, the grading system for kinder and prep are also the same. Okay. Grading system for Chinese, online and face-to-face learning ethics, 30%, performance tasks also 40%, and written tasks, 30%. Next slide, please. Okay. For our online learning etiquette, 15 minutes before the scheduled video conferencing, the pupil is expected to prepare himself to make sure that he or she is properly dressed, also on time, will be attending the class on time. It is our advice to our parents to find a place where there is a table and chair and a conducive corner in the room to prevent distraction. They are required to wear school's PE uniform during the online learning. And during the online classes, they are also expected to attend on time every video conference because attendance will be checked. Next slide, please. For our face-to-face learning, we expect our students to please wear their masks at all times. They will be allowed to enter their classroom 15 minutes before 8 o'clock a.m. Since the start of our classes from nursery to prep will be 8 o'clock a.m., you will be allowed to enter 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. For the first few face-to-face meeting, only one companion will be allowed inside the classroom only when it is necessary. But we advise that if you can leave your children alone, then it will be better all the more. Okay. However, no companion will be allowed by August. Next slide, please. The schedule of class for nursery for the online class, it will be from 9 o'clock to 10:30. And then we will have 1 to 4 o'clock, we will have a consultation period in which you can call us anytime through Messenger or through phone, or and it is also the time for us for any remediation to the students. Okay, next slide. For the face-to-face classes for nursery, it will be from 8 o'clock to 10:45. Next slide, please. Scheduled class for kinder and prep are the same. For the online class, it will be from 9 o'clock to 10:45. For the face-to-face class, next slide, please. Face-to-face class, it will be from 8 o'clock to 11:15. Next slide, please. It's the same also for prep. Okay, online, 9 to 10:45. And then face-to-face, it will be 8 o'clock to 11:15. And then in the afternoon, it will be our consultation period. Okay. As you can see, our online classes are short because it is the time for us to adjust because many of our preschoolers will be first time it will be their first time going to school and we need to adjust. But we are trying to built up their interest and readiness in going to school rather than scaring them off, so that the amount of time that will be used for online class will be shortened. But in the future, we will try, based on our discernment, we will try to decide whether or not to increase the number of minutes in our online classes. Okay. For the 2 years online classes, we were able to conduct different activities. Parents were very cooperative in submitting videos of their children dancing, singing. Also, we also were able to hold elocution contests in spite of the hindrances during this pandemic period. Okay, that is all. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mrs. De La Cruz, for a report about our preschool department. Next, we have a report for the junior high school and elementary department to be headed by Mrs. Rosemary G. Tobias, the head of the elementary and junior high school department. I think Ma'am Tobias have a little bit difficulty in her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry po, I can't open my camera today. Something went wrong with my comfort this time. Okay. Hello everyone. Good morning. Once again, to our principal, Dr. Christopher Wong, the faculty and staff, and to our dear parents. First and foremost, we would like to welcome you back, especially our new students who are here today. Thank you for entrusting your children to our humble school. Likewise, we will do our in shaping and molding minds of your children the best that we can. So we at PCKHS will refine the curriculum that will suit the needs of this challenging time. Philippine Chan Kuang High School continues its commitment to provide quality education, and we are on our way to meeting the needs and demands of the learners through the different learning delivery modalities. Once again, thank you very much for sparing your time with us today. Again, welcome back everyone for school year 2022-2023. Okay, Sir JB, let's proceed with the class schedule. Mommies, you can take pictures for our schedule, all for the schedule of your son or daughter. Okay, let's begin for the grade 1. This is your class schedule. It will start at 12:30. Okay. For grade 2, this is your class schedule. We'll start at 8 o'clock and ends at 12:30. For grade 3, start at 12:30 and ends almost 4:50. Once again, you can take pictures for the schedule of your children. And for grade 4, okay, start at 8 o'clock until 12:30. For grade 5, again, 12:30 until 4:50. For grade 6, we have 8 to 12:30. For grade 7, it starts at 8 o'clock until 12:30. For grade 8, we start at 12:30 until 4:50. For grade 9, 8 o'clock until 12:30. And for grade 10, 12:30 until 4:50. Okay, for grading system, let's proceed. Okay, for the online classroom etiquette before for the school, for the 2 years that we had for online class. So these are now changed into classroom etiquette. So here are the subjects. For mathematics, science, we have 40% percentage. The English, Filipino, Mother Tongue, AP, and DSP, we have 30%. And for the MAPE, EPP, or TLE, and ICT, 25%. For the performance tasks of their children, for the subject of the majors, we have mathematics, science, 50%. English, Filipino, Mother Tongue, AP, and DSP, we have 60%. MAPE, EPP, or TLE, and ICT, we have 65%. Okay, we have trimester assessment for the major subject, almost the same naman po, including the minor. Mathematics, science, English, Filipino, Mother Tongue, AP, SP, MAPE, EPP, TLE, and ICT, only 10%. Okay po, let's proceed with the more of your advisors.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Tobias, for the presentation of our report about the elementary and junior high school department. For now, as Ma'am Tobias said, we are proceed to introduce again to our administrative staff and of course to our faculty members. We all know that in these 2 years of our online classroom or online learning that we have, some of our students, particularly or especially for our new or transferring students, that they didn't see their teacher or their subject teachers before the pandemic began. So for that, we will show you some of the pictures and of course the name of our administrative staff and of course our faculty teachers. Let's begin of course with the administrative staff of our Philippine Chen Kuang High School. Of course, first of all, we have Dr. Steve Christopher S. Wong, our school principal. Next, we have Mrs. Annie Chu, the head of the Chinese department. Next, we have the head of the preschool department, Mrs. Remedios de la Cruz. The head for the elementary and junior high school department, Mrs. Rosemary G. Tobias. We have Mrs. Margarita G. Santiago, the coordinator for the senior high school department. We have Mr. Eduardo Abara, our prefect of discipline and of course the head for the physical plant of the school. Miss Joanna Hiccup, our guidance counselor. Mrs. Candy Go, our school registrar. Mr. Benson Lee, our school cashier. Mrs. Rosalinda Limpuasan, our school accountant. And Mrs. Joyce Mano, a registered nurse, and of course our own school nurse. Next, we have the faculty presentation for the different departments of our school. Let's start with the preschool department. We have Miss Olga Pigroyon, the English teacher for preparatory to Kinder 2 and even at the Kinder. Mrs. Virginia D. Lim, also an English teacher for preparatory to Kinder 2 and in Kinder. And with Miss Nicole Tang, the English and Chinese teacher for the preschool department. Let's proceed to the Chinese department. First of all, of course, we have Mr. Stephen Hao, the grade 1, 2, and 3 Chinese teacher. Mrs. Janet Baraya, the grade 4, 5, and 6 Chinese teacher. Mr. Delbert Osmeña, the grade 7 and 8 Chinese teacher. Next, we have the elementary department faculty. Let's start with the advisor of grade 1 and also an English and mathematics and even a science teacher, Mrs. Everline D. Anton. We have the grade 2 advisor and also a Filipino, Araling Panlipunan, and a mother tongue teacher, Mrs. Benilda Magpale. Again, Mr. Stephen Hao, our grade 1 to 3 Chinese teacher and also the advisor for the grade 3. We have our new English teacher and advisor for grade 4, Ms. Roxanne Yvonne Simanes. For the grade 5 advisor and Araling Panlipunan teacher, Mrs. Gladys Panciles. And our science and mathematics teacher and the advisor for the graduating student of grade 6, Mr. Brian Bernardino. We also have some teachers, including Mrs. Sheila Colio, our EPP, MAPE, and ESP teacher. We also have Mr. Lord Irie Jordan, I guess, the elementary and junior high school ICT teacher. Well, we also have Mr. Ramil Abiner, our ESP and MAPE teacher for grade 3. And Mrs. Rosemary G. Tobias, the Filipino teacher. Next, let's go to the junior high school department. Let's start with the advisor of grade 7, our new TLE teacher, Mrs. Joy Lorraine Del Mundo. For the science teacher and advisor of grade 8, Miss Giselle Peñas. Unfortunately, we still have polishing some details regarding our advisor for grade 9, but rest assured that our advisor will be also a good teacher like our beloved ones. And of course, our advisor for grade 10, yours truly, Ms. Margie Robles, also an Araling Panlipunan teacher. We also have Mrs. Maria Luisa J. Abara, our Filipino and MAPE teacher. And Mrs. Arlene Lu Colita, our mathematics teacher. So those are the faculty and administrative staff of the Philippine Chan Kuang High School for the school year 2022 to 2023. So for our students, for our parents or guardians, I hope you already you have some glimpse of our faculty and even administrative staff, because most of those or most of our staff and the faculties already at the school before the pandemic, with some additions that will truly encourage our students to have a not only an online but also in the face-to-face classes. So that we call on for the final departmental report. We call on Mr. Eduardo Abara, our prefect of discipline and the head of our physical plant.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. To my co-admin, teachers, Dr. Steve Christopher Wong, our principal, sir. Again, it's a pleasure for us, dear parents, for being with us today for our orientation. By the way, I'm Mr. Eduardo Barra, the school prefect of discipline. This morning, I am tasked to talk with regard to discipline with some selected policies of our school, because others will be discussed by our teachers inside the classroom during the first day of classes. This school year, Department of Education allows school for limited face-to-face classes. During the time, our school are bound to enforce policies on disciplinary matters that our student must strictly follow. Rules, policies written in a student handbook must be strictly enforced and followed for better responsible and well-disciplined students. Our teachers are required to observe proper and strict implementation of our school rules on discipline, especially the rules of attendance and punctuality. Punctuality means being on time, not late. So at this point, I would like to appeal to all parents to please bring your children to school on time. Please be punctual. Absences of our students is strictly monitored. Students, pupils is only allowed to be absent up to 20% of the total number of full year. So roughly 40 days in exact. This is unexcused absences. So in this situation, parents are advised or requested to call or inform the school regarding the absence of your child. Also, teachers, advisors will also notify parents with regard to your child absences. Tardiness is also strictly observed during classes. 5 consecutive tardiness is equivalent to 1 absent. Haircut on the part of our male students, pupils, is strictly observed. The prescribed haircut is barber's cut. No any other style is allowed except barber's cut. Blonde colored hair is strictly not allowed for both male and female. Heavy makeup is also not allowed except when part of school activities. Every student must practice good grooming. So any students, pupils violate our school rules written in our student handbook means sanction. There is a corresponding penalties for students who go against our students or school regulation, major or minor offense. Imposing sanction to undesirable students depend on the gravity of the nature of the offense. Our school always exercise due process. Our school is also required parents for a conference with regard to your children's behavior. The school set a day, a time to ensure the policy or the privacy of both parties. The Board of Discipline always follow our student handbook, both academic and discipline. The proper implementation of our student policies were able to sustain its effectiveness in dealing with our students with a unified effort of our teachers, department head, and our principal. And of course, you parents for your unending support. Because parents are vital parts of your children's discipline. Because good discipline is both function of home and school. So before I end my talk today, allow me first to remind you regarding some school protocols for our children to follow inside the school. Actually, the other protocols was discussed already by our principal. So pasadahan ko lang ng konti. Our school has set up a drop and pick up point that clearly identified and marked. Drop-off point or entrance is located at Gate 1 at T. Parada Street or at Gate 1 E. Santos Street, I would say. Pick-up point or exit point is Gate 2 located at T. Parada Street. Okay. At entrance gate, a display is school maps indicating the location of classrooms. Also at the gate, the availability of thermal scanner, thermal gun, hand sanitizer, and alcohol dispenser. Hand washing station with clean and safe water supply and antibacterial soap is also available. Humidifier is also installed. Our school also set up clear and easy to understand signage to strengthen observance of health protocols and protected measures. Hallway ground marking for walking direction guide. Also establish rules inside the classroom to ensure zero transmission. We situate for the well-ventilated classroom. Number of seats must not exceed the required number of learners, 1 to 2 meters apart in its students. Signage and ground marking in high traffic areas like restroom, hand washing station to ensure physical distancing. Placement of trash bin in strategic location. Display of visual signage on proper waste management practice. The school also ensured the regular sanitation or disinfection of our school facilities, furniture, and equipment. Scheduled sanitation frequently on tables, chairs, doorknobs, and toilet facilities. Availability of sanitation materials placed in strategic school location. Hand sanitizers and alcohol inside the classroom. Hand sanitizer and alcohol inside the restroom. So again, other protocols and rules on discipline will be discussed by teachers to our students inside their classroom during the first day of classes. So I will now end my talk, hoping that I clearly explained some selected policies and discipline and some reminders with regard to health protocols. So once again, good morning to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Eduardo Abara, for a message regarding to the rules and regulations of our school. Before we go on to the Q&A portion, may I also add to our administrative staff regarding to our librarian. So to our librarian, we have Miss Lorene A. Montaño, our new librarian, and of course we have the head of our IT, Mr. Gilbert Trinidad. Okay, so those are the additional staff of our school. So before we go on, let's have a short question and answer. If there's any parents who wants to ask a question.
Pahabol muna ako, sir.
Yes, Sir Steve. Sorry po. Yes, Sir Steve.
Okay. So, pahabol muna ako for parents. This coming school year, our school ID will be RFID. Okay? So, their parents, once your kid na pumasok sa school, once they enter the campus, they have to tap their RFID in a certain machine, and then according to the company na we have this this agreement with this RFID, you will receive a text that saying that your kid has safely entered the campus. Nakapasok na. So, pag pumasok ang anak niyo, alam niyo pumasok anak niyo at wala kayong na-receive na text, there's a possible baka nag-cutting class na. So, this is to ensure the safety. So, RFID style na tayo this coming school year. So, kailan mag-start? So, probably it will be start on August kasi we will finalizing all the enrollees, and then we will ask for the picture and then para sa RFID. That's number one. Number two is our school this year will applying for accreditation level 2. So 3 years ago, so we applied for this accreditation level 1. We passed the accreditation, and then we have this recognition from the accrediting agency that says that our schools are doing well. Okay, this year is the time for reapply. We're going to reapply this accreditation, and we're gonna level up. Mag-level up na tayo. After mag-level up, we will accredit, magiging level 2. So this year, just pray for the school, their parents, and probably we will need your help also when the accreditors come to the school. Pero ano pa yun? Within this school year, baka next year na January. So these are the some additional information na gusto ko nang i-share sa inyo. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Steve, for additional information. So it's a feel excitement for the student to have a different style of or different approach to our identification card that we will use to our school for this incoming school year. Again, we will open for any question regarding to the discussion, rules and regulations, or everything regarding that we have discussed this morning. Parents, did you have any questions? By the way, I already a question here. If a parent requests to see the schedule again for the grade 1 to 3. So give me some minute to show again the schedule for grade 1, 2, and 3. So again, this is the schedule for the grade 1. Again, starting at 12:30 in the afternoon until 4:50 in the afternoon. Take note that we have 3 days that the students of grade 1 will have a dismissal time of 4 o'clock.
Sir JP,
Yes, Ma'am
meron po
Tobias.
dito from Sir Brian, Mr. Solis. Yes po, we will give a copy of this schedule for your son.
Okay, so again, this is the grade 2 morning class. The same for the grade 1. They also have a 3 days that they have a earlier dismissal time. And for the grade 3. We also have another question. Ask ko lang po, combine ba ang class ng online and face-to-face? If I can answer the question po. Yes.
Yes po. You may answer, Sir JB.
Okay po. Yes po, mami. The online class, if ever po na si student ay pinili po yung pure online class, kasabay po niya o kasabay po ng mga naka-purely online class ang face-to-face sa araw po ng physical class po ng mga bata. For our elementary and junior high school department, we have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as the physical physical class. So if ever po na si student ay pinili ang online class, purely online class, so ang kanyang
class time. Hello po.
Tuesday and Thursday, lahat po sila naka-online class.
Actually, sir,
Yes,
wala na po tayong asynchronous ha. Even online, synchronous pa rin po tayo mga mommies.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ask ko lang din po if may school service po. Sir Abara, if you can answer the question, sir.
Hello?
Sir, if there's a school service daw po ba na i-afford
Yes,
ng
meron
school?
ako na-contact San Juan area sa Mandaluyong.
Thank you, sir.
Update na lang po sila, mami.
Update na lang sa call.
Okay po. Any questions? So, any question po? I think we already answered some questions. So, if the student parents choose hybrid class but cannot attend physically, can the student attend the online class instead? Ma'am Tobias?
If the student parents choose hybrid class but cannot attend physically, can the student attend the online class instead? Yes po, ma'am. Yes po, very much. They can attend online, purely online class. Kaya nga po meron tayong nakaset up na monitor po dun sa gitna ng classroom natin. Dahil while teaching the physical, naka-live po kami. Kaya yung pong naka-enroll ng purely online, sasabay po sila dun sa oras ng aming face-to-face. Kung ang time po ay mag-start ng 12:30, dapat po ang bata na naka-online class, before 12:30 po o 10 minutes before 12:30, naka-online na din po siya para hindi po siya ma-late sa aming time schedule given. Yun po.
Thank you, ma'am. We have also a question regarding for the what to wear for the students. We will wear the students will wear a PE uniform for the physical class. Okay.
Sir JV, excuse me. Can I say something?
Yes, go. Yes,
for the preschool department, for our online classes, we will be requiring you to wear the PE uniform and the jogging pants. But for our face-to-face classes, we have the school uniform, which is available in our supply room. Thank you. That would be all.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. For the physical department, yun po ang sagot po ni Ma'am Remedios. Ma'am Tobias, if I'm not mistaken, for the elementary and junior high school.
PE uniform po.
Yes po, PE uniform.
Yes, PE uniform, they can buy that in our school, of course. And for online class, ang magiging uniform po ng ating mga anak ay white plain t-shirt po. Plain white t-shirt and maong pants na lang po, yung lower part.
Thank you,
Okay?
ma'am.
Kung wala pong available na PE uniform, they can wear still the white plain t-shirt and maong pants or jogging pants for their lower part.
Thank you, ma'am. To answer the question for the class schedule, here's the class schedule for the grade 7. Additionally po, we also still use the Wella and the Google Meet as our primary platform for our coming school year. So for the old student, hindi na sila maninibago po because they already know that. For the new student, don't worry. We will have a orientation and the introduction of how to use the Wella and for the Google Meet. Ma'am Tobias?
Yes po, Mami. Mami ni Shiloh. Opo, magkaiba po ang tuition fee regarding the face-to-face and online class. Just inquire na lang po kay Sir Benson or Ma'am Rose Limpuasan sa ating pong accounting office.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po. We also have a question. What if daw po pinili ng batang student ang hybrid and yet di daw po siya nakapasok for some reason? Pwede daw po ba siya mag-online, ma'am, para po hindi matag as absent?
Pwede naman po.
Actually,
basta inform lang po si teacher kung anong nangyari, ba't siya hindi makaka-attend ng face-to-face. Inform lang po ang advisor.
Okay po. So, for the last question, are the books ready? I think, Ma'am Tobias.
Yes, ma'am. Yes po. Ready na po ang books. You can buy now and drop to our school. The books are ready. Meron lang po yata mga dalawang book na hindi pa po still not available yet.
Excuse me, Sir JV, can I say something again?
Yes, ma'am.
This is regarding the preschool department for our pure online classes. No, for those who chose this option, you will be joining our classes for the time being only on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays this July. This is to give those who will come to school for their face-to-face classes the opportunity to adjust to their new environment, because there will be major adjustment with our children once they go to school. But starting August, you shall be joining them on Tuesdays and Thursdays synchronously. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po, Ma'am Remedios. I think to answer the uniform, I think Ma'am Remedios, for the uniform of preschool department, it's already available po.
Yeah,
Tama
Tuesday
po.
and Thursday, yung school uniform, that would be the yellow and the blue. For our online MWF, that would be the jogging pants and the school PE uniform, the green one.
Okay po. Thank you, ma'am. So, also, nasasagot naman na po yung tanong natin sa ating chat box. So, I think, so, if ever po naman kayo mga additional question, you can message the teacher or the advisor or even some of the faculty members na maaari pong mapagtulungan regarding in your case. Regarding for the students or the class schedule, you can contact the advisor or the subject teachers.
Yes, actually, Sir JV, open pa yata yung kanilang mga GC.
Yes, ma'am. Regarding po, kung meron po mga tanong, you can also ask for the GC of the former GC po, yung hindi pa nakakapag-create po ng panibago. Pwede po kayo magtanong doon. Okay po. Regarding po sa books and PE, yes, they po already po available. Sa PE uniform po, ma'am, di ba po, Ma'am Tobias, last
Yes
question
po.
Yung sa PE uniform daw po ba is available na po?
Hindi ko po masasagot.
Hindi pa.
Ayun, hindi pa raw.
Hindi pa raw. Nag-order pa lang tayo.
Okay. So like what I said po, dun lang po sa hindi pa makaka-avail ng PE uniform, pwede na po nilang pasuotin ng plain white t-shirt and then maong pants for the lower part or jogging pants.
Okay po, thank you. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you po for those questions. Again, if you have additional question, you can message the teachers or the advisors.
Excuse again.
Yes, ma'am,
sa
go po.
preschool, no, I think the PE uniform are available and also the school uniform para sa preschool. Available siya.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So, let's go on to our final part for our closing prayer. Wait for a while I'm
Father, we give thanks that you have allowed us to work together and serve you during this meeting. We thank you for your guidance to fulfill the agenda in this meeting. We ask your blessing upon our endeavors and upon all present today. May your love and grace continue to guide us in everything that we do today and in the future. All these we pray in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
So with that, thank you parents, guardians, and teachers for coming to our program this morning. Again po, the start of our classes will be July 19, and we have also for the August for the senior high school department. For that, again, thank you and good morning to all.
Group
Yes, sir?
picture muna tayo
Yes,
for
po.
documentation lang. Please open the cam, lahat tayo.
Ako, wala po akong cam, Sir Steve.
Okay lang. For those who, pwede mag-open ng cam, let's have a group picture with parents, okay?
I think Sir JV nagtitake naman. Ay, Sir Irie.
Okay, start na tayo. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Isa pa. 1, 2, 3. So, isa pa. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Again, thank you everyone. And this is Mr. Marchiven Robles, and good morning.